Okay guys, today's video is going to be about wrapping your chrome door handles on your Chevy SS. This would apply to the G8 as well, however, the G8 is actually reverse of what the SS is. The G8 has chrome surround with body color facing you. So on the G8 the chrome is a little less noticeable, but on the SS it's right in your face. Like it's right here, you know, it's just, there's no getting around it, avoiding it. As you guys can see, I deleted the rest of the chrome. I deleted the lower window trim, I deleted the upper window trim, I deleted the chrome sides, the black CTSV wheels, and the front kit. The front is the surround, this surround ring, and there's also like a fancy design here in the fog LED fog light combo. So the chrome on the door handles was the last piece on this car that I've been trying to get rid of, and I really didn't see any good options on the market. I mean, you could plasti dip it, you could buy these PPV, the Caprice door handles. Those are flat black, get them painted, but go do that, you're still gonna have this chrome button on here. So I was just like, it wasn't a super fan, because the PPV, they're not two-piece. I think the PPV are all, it's just one piece of molded plastic, and instead of having this being a two-piece design, it's a one piece with a button. So you're still gonna have your handle and a little chrome button on here, and I was just like, you know what, that's kind of crap. So I decided to go and buy some 3M vinyl wrap. So I looked on Amazon and I got 5 feet by 1 foot of this 3M wrap film, their 1080 series, and it was like $16 shipped to the house. Maybe it was $14 and like $1 tax. It was like $15 or $16 shipped to the house. I saw another website out there that sold the like a 12 by 12 square for like $2, but then shipping was $12. I was like, well, hell, if I'm going to spend 15 bucks, I might as well go get a bunch of it. That way, if I screw up, you know, I'll have plenty of backup. So here's what I bought. This is their satin black. The video's not going to really do it justice. 3M basically in this 1080 series has 3 black colors. There's gloss black, I'm sorry, 4. Gloss black, satin black, which is what I have, a matte black, which looked gray, and a deep matte black, which was still a shade of gray. It wasn't really black, it was more gray. So that's how I ended up buying the satin, and I think it matches the rest. Yeah, it matches the rest of the black pretty well. This car is a mixed match of satin and gloss, and so this is kind of an in-between. So anyway, the first step for installing your wrap is going to be, you want to clean the surface. So I've got some Adams detail spray just to do a quick little squirt on each door handle, and then just wipe it off. And you're going to want to make sure that this is dry when we get to it, because if it's not dry, your vinyl won't stick properly. So make sure you get the whole surface clean and dry. Alright, that looks pretty dry. Wow, that chrome actually cleaned up really well. Let's do the rear. Again, just wipe it off. I'm just using a microfiber towel. So we're gonna wipe it off. So now both the back and the front of the passenger side are both clean and dry. Now the front passenger, I'm not sure you can see that. There's actually some scratches on here. On his front, and the chrome actually has a big scratch in it. I hadn't seen that. There's actually, yeah, there's a scratch here, here, and here going down. I'm not really sure what that's from. So that's a good thing I'm wrapping this in black vinyl. You won't be able to see it. Now, like I said, I'll still have the button, but first step is cleaning it. The next thing you're going to need are your tools. So like I said, the first thing you're going to need is to clean the surface. So I cleaned it, dried it. The second thing is you're going to need are your tools. You're going to need First, a sharp razor blade. I've seen some folks use an X-Acto knife. I didn't feel like go buy an X-Acto knife. I've got a whole box of sharp razor blades. This is a new razor blade. I haven't used it before, so you just got to be careful with this because you can really screw up the paint, but it's not that difficult. So sharp razor blade, and your other main tool is going to be your squeegee. Now this is actually, I think this is from a cell phone that I bought. Yeah, like you buy new cell phones, you get a screen protector. This might be from Zag, Z-A-G-G. This might be from Zag. So this is just their cell phone squeegee. I just keep these around for applying decals and stuff. You could probably buy one of these squeegees at Harbor Freight or Amazon or whatnot. So, but those are gonna be your main tools. Another tool you're gonna need is a set of scissors because you're gonna want to take your vinyl wrap and lay it. Do probably cut a 3-inch strip, peel the backing off, and cover the whole thing. So you're also gonna need a pair of scissors. Also, the last tool that you're gonna need is a hairdryer. This is just to get the edges wrapped and curled around the metal or the plastic, whatever that is. And I just have a generic, this is from Walmart, it's probably 10 bucks. And it's got crap all over, but this is strictly automotive. I keep it out in the garage, and my better half doesn't get pissed off if I have to steal her hairdryer because I bought my own. So hairdryer would be another tool you need. Alright guys, I took the first step and just cut a 3-inch piece out of my material. So I mean, this will have plenty of room to cover the door handle. So just took my scissors, cut a semi-straight piece out, and like I said, it's like 3 or 4 inches in width, and it's the whole length. And I've got plenty of spare room. So if I screw up the back part, which I have in the past, I'll be able to cut the back off and just reapply it. So that's the first step, is to cut your piece. The second piece will be to peel the back and stick it on the handle. Okay guys, as you can see, I just peeled the back and I very roughly put the wrap on the handle. Now, the way this stuff works is you can actually stretch it a little bit. I really don't need to because I've got more than enough material here. Basically what you're trying to do here is get the material onto the handle and get all the bubbles out. Now, as you can see, I've got a wrinkle here by the button for the door unlock, and that actually just came right out. So using squeegee to try to get all the bubbles out. Really aren't any actually. So then use the squeegee to put the rubber end, the rubber tip, into the groove that separates the chrome from the body color, the white paint in this case. So I'm just trying to get that groove in there. Just trying to get this rubber into that groove. Actually, what I found is a little bit better. You just use your fingernail and it'll almost go all the way in. Now the worst part of this is actually the corners. The rest of this vinyl, I mean, it just goes right in and don't really have any major problems. The corners and the little button, those are probably the two worst pieces. But the button, I'm not really gonna have to worry about too much. Now before I start cutting, the next thing I'm gonna do is actually use that hairdryer, and I'm gonna just go over the trim a couple of times. Let's just get it a little more pliable. I have my hairdryer on high. Okay, so just went over it real quick. Go over this groove again. Like I said, these corners suck, so use my fingernail. Alright, so that's the initial application. Alright, now that you have the bubbles out. You've got the outline of where you need to cut out. Take your sharp razor blade and just go along the inner edge, not the outer. The outer is paint, so go along the inner. The inner is chrome, which is a little less of a hassle. And you're just going to cut along this line, and then you'll be able to get to the next step. Okay guys, as you can see, I kind of jumped ahead, but basically all you do is cut, you know, the outline, then slowly peel back your vinyl wrap, and you should be good to go. Now I've got a few spots to actually clean up on, but I think we're going to be good. Now I'm going to go over the vinyl wrap one more time with the heat gun. And this way you can wrap the corners. Go over it with a heat gun, and then this way you could wrap the corners a little bit better with the squeegee. Alright, I can actually see the chrome on this back piece, so I'm going to redo that. But so this stuff comes right off. I mean, it's not very hard. But, so, I think it's cut properly. Alright, there you go. Now, for the inner part, you're going to open the door a little bit and press in with the squeegee. That way anything that's kind of on the edge will wrap around. Alright, so that's basically it for the main part. I'll patch this up and then cut this out and show you guys the finished product. Okay guys, you can see that I finished all 4 doors. The only thing I really skipped was doing the button. Basically all I did was use my thumbnail and brought the sticker that was still popped up, brought that into the edge of the door popper, and then I used my razor blade to cut around the hole, and that way I was able to get as close as I could and around that button. So here's the passenger side that I'd started on. All 4 doors are done. I will say this, the driver's side was a lot easier. I only went through maybe I went through 3 layers on that side, but this passenger side, I mean, I've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's another piece right there, 7. I ended up doing this back one like 5 or 6 times because the gap between the chrome and the white door handle isn't the same. It's off. So I ended up having a huge gap, and when I cut it, the line was really squiggly and it looked like crap. So I ended up pulling it off 5 or 6 times and ended up with it looking like crap. So that's why I finally got this back side done. And I'll be honest, I'm so glad I got this done. I think that was, like I said earlier in the video, that was the last piece of chrome on the car. Now you may ask why I left the door handle, the button, chrome. That's because it's an interference fit between the chrome button and the door handle. If I'd put vinyl on that, or I painted that, they would get stuck and either the paint would peel or the chrome would peel, and so that's why you cut that last piece out. Hopefully this is a good introduction on how to vinyl wrap your door handles. It's not super hard, it's just kind of time consuming, and make sure you buy plenty of material. Like I said, I went through 6 or 7 strips on the passenger side. The driver's side I went through 3, so that's 10 strips. I ordered 5 feet of this stuff and I still have plenty of wrap. So yeah, if you come over here, I mean, I still have plenty of feet. I probably got still 4 feet left. So like I said, this is just be a real quick video on how to vinyl wrap your door handles on your SS. Kind of applies to the G8, kind of doesn't, but just because the door handle colors are switched. But I hope this helps you guys. Thanks and have a good one. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to like it, and if you haven't already, please subscribe.